All right, I'm the coach. I want to talk about a company I've known for a long time called Superior Financial Systems right here in Southern California. Actually, they've been servicing the credit card processing business for 20 years. 20 years. They have the same employees for 20 years, the same merchants. Look, I don't know everything that they do. They do credit card processing, they do ACH services, whatever that is. Also, if you need money for your business, they can do $100,000 in cash advances. If you're thinking about opening up the business, think about Superior Financial Systems. Superior Financial Systems. Also, if you're thinking about, if you're not happy with your current credit card processor, think about Superior Financial System. They're great people. I know them personally. Call them at 866-601-2733 or go to their website, sfsprocessing.com.
There are fun kids events at the Church on the Way Santa Clarita. 2 to 5-year-olds meet at the Arc Room on Fridays for toddler exercise time. New moms come to the Church on the Way Santa Clarita on Tuesdays for a new, free Moms Fellowship. Support, friendship, and social events for moms and their babies. Visit tcotwsc.org for these and other exciting events at the Church on the Way Santa Clarita on Cinema Drive or call 291-6000.
Great authentic Mexican cuisine is within reach thanks to El Trocadero Mesquite Grill and Cantina. Family owned and operated on Main Street in Old Town Newhall since 1999, El Trocadero offers delicious mesquite grilled steak, seafood, and traditional Mexican dishes. Happy hour at the full bar and patios is on weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with drink specials including On Tap Tuesday, Wine Down Wednesday, Tequila Thursday, and Sangria Sunday with weekday lunch specials and catering service. El Trocadero is a great choice for any occasion.
Adage IT is starting the small business revolution. Not just a catchy phrase, this solution delivers a long-standing need for small businesses to leverage their IT dollars and compete with anyone. Adage IT uses the power of the cloud to provide enterprise technology affordably. The small business revolution combines the power of phones, email, and antivirus software with full workstation monitoring and inventory. Learn more about the small business revolution. Call 349-7702 or visit adageit.com.
Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the show we call The Business of Life. And boy, what a show we have for you today.
Sun is hot and that old clock is moving slow, and so am I.
All right, we're back here live here. You can call in. We just had a caller, Clint. Thank you for trying to get my chair organized, Clint. Thanks for calling, Clint. Clint was from Canyon Country. So if you want to call in, it's 298-5487, 298-5487. And you can ask us any question about jobs or Turkey. If you're interested in Turkey, it's a good time to call. If you're going to Turkey, Turkey is like becoming one of the hot tourist countries in the world. Are you aware of this?
It's always has been.
You showed me pictures of where you live. It's gorgeous. You have rivers running through your city.
Yes. And the seasides.
And the seaside.
Turkey,
and the people are nice.
Gorgeous. Yes.
What about
they are very hospitable and nice people.
Very hospitable. And what about food? What like for dinner? What's this? Like our standard dinner would be what?
Hamburger?
Oh,
that what you eat?
Cheeseburger?
Aaron, is that what you eat for dinner?
I don't, but it seems like everybody else does.
No.
Lots of
spaghetti and
different
meatballs, I would think, is our standard.
Ah, that's good.
No, do you like spaghetti? No. What's your standard dinner in Turkey?
No standard dinner. I mean, the choices.
You don't have a meat and potatoes? Are you a meat and potatoes girl?
Yes, I do like. But you have a lot of choices and great food, delicious. You can choose whatever you want.
Do you know what cereal is? Do you have cereal for breakfast?
Morning.
Every
Wait, do they have a whole aisle of cereal? Like, do we need a whole aisle, like a 50-foot aisle, like both sides?
I don't know what this lady
but
eats
our
in the
usual
morning.
breakfast is.
You know what Cheerios are? Do you have Cheerios?
I know.
Okay.
One of the top-selling cereals in the United States.
In Turkey, usual breakfast consists of eggs, cheese, toast.
Toast?
Yeah, I mean toasted bread.
I love sourdough
and-
toast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And tea.
So, do you know the subject of our show is about employment? You're a professor at the university in Turkey,
Yes.
and the name of the university is
Osman Gazi University.
Yeah, Osman Gazi.
It comes from the Ottoman Empire. It's one of the what can
Oh wow, then it's
sultans actually.
a lot of history.
Yes.
It's not a diploma mill. They'll
Historical
still be
name.
there. They'll still be
Historical.
there in 100 years.
Yeah, and that's Aaron Moskowitz, maybe America's #1 data scientist and my co-host on our job show. Both of you are very young. Both of you are in your 30s. I don't know. Allie may be in her 20s, but
Thank you.
One sec, this diaper is very uncomfortable.
yeah, fix your diaper. You guys have no clue that when you turn 50 in America, I don't know about Turkey, you're pretty much aged out. Companies, well, first of all, they can hire people at your age and pay you less because you'll take the job.
Right.
And your health insurance is less. And the perception is they can work you harder because you're not as smart. You're not that smart.
So how are people making it, Allie, in Turkey when they reach 40, 45, 50? Like, how do they change jobs, or what are they doing to stay in
The interesting thing is, and I think it is different from here, is people try to get retired earlier. I mean, when you reach the 50s, they want to retire and do the second job, actually own their own jobs. This is
Self-employed?
Yes,
Entrepreneurship.
self-employed. Yes.
Entrepreneurship.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So they get monthly salary from the, retirement.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's
then
a security
also-
blanket.
yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they are just self-employment
A
people.
little bit like what goes on in America, but similar. But 50 is still very young. In Turkey, is 50 considered young, or
No, yes.
the average age of a
Yes.
male now is living to be in their late 70s, women in their 80s. Average. I mean, I could live to be 100.
I think average age is 70s, something.
Do you
I
guys
think so.
smoke? Is smoking cigarettes a big part of your culture in Turkey?
Used to be. Now it's different.
Because the Turkish cigarettes, yeah.
Yes.
They were like a
Camel?
famous, yeah,
Is the-
Camel. No, but no, seriously, they were like Turkish cigarettes were.
Coach used to follow a lot of Turkish people applying.
Stop it,
His
Aaron.
company.
Stop it. Okay, I don't get to
Smoking
interview
Turkish
Miss Turkey.
cigarettes.
I don't get to interview Miss Turkey very often.
I
okay?
know.
So
Don't worry,
this
I
is
don't smoke.
This is a big.
So-
This is a big deal for me. This is how I travel.
Yeah.
I
I
bring
hate
people in from
smoking.
other countries, and I find out about where they live.
Right.
Okay, so turning 50 here in this country, you better start looking for more work. You better start thinking that your employer wants to get rid of you. I'm serious.
Well, I mean, let's analyze this a little
You
bit.
analyze it. I'm just
Okay, I
telling you the
will, and you guys
truth.
listen.
Okay.
All right. We have this huge generation of baby boomers. I mean, is it very realistic that they are going to take their retirement or even retire at all? I mean, a lot of them are working into their 70s, virtually. And, I mean, we know the failure rate for a startup. We know it's very high.
Yeah.
95, 99%
Yeah.
failure rate.
Yeah.
So, is this really where we want to push our more experienced American workers and Turkish workers? Or is this just a Turkish thing? I mean, it seems like it's
a
going on here too.
No, it's a personal, cultural thing. If you want to have a boss, if you don't have a personal leadership style, if you can't manage yourself and you don't believe in yourself, you're probably going to work for somebody. Because it's easier, it's much harder to worry about opening the door in the morning and closing the door in the evening and all. There's 128 things an entrepreneur has to do every day. 128 things, Aaron.
But I mean,
wrote a book on this.
I know.
Have you read my last book? Can I give a plug for my book, The Thinking Room?
Yes, The Thinking Room.
Did,
It's great.
Did you read it?
Pulitzer Prize winner, right?
Well, not yet.
Almost there.
Not yet.
I would like to add something.
Yeah.
I think that's early retirement is in Turkey mostly related to not enjoying or loving the job they do. That's why they try to get retired early.
I mean, we can't even retire that young here. Most people can't.
No,
They
but
don't
I
know.
think Allie just said.
Yeah.
Did you hear what she said, Aaron?
I did. I
They-
know.
What percentage
they
of
don't
people
like
really
their
enjoy their
job.
job?
Yes.
There's Gallup
30%.
That is the
Thank
main
you.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 70% of the public is either thinking about another job, working for themselves.
Right.
Because when you have somebody else that is dictating how much you're going to get paid, there's a popularity contest in the workplace, right? I mean,
Right.
Right.
so all of these things cause you angst. All these things cause you to be anxiety ridden.
Yes.
People are unhappy.
Yes, unhappy.
Are they
basically.
situational or are they leadership driven?
Say it in a different way.
Is this because of the
Situational,
people who
I
are
think.
managing those people?
Managers
the
aren't,
environment?
I
The-
think
yeah.
managers, most managers aren't even trained to be managers.
Right.
I think
Oh, yeah.
most
Right.
managers.
This is the
That's
epidemic.
true.
That is the epidemic right there.
right.
Which
Right.
is going to create much bigger epidemics.
You know what the Peter principle is, right? You ever heard of the Peter principle?
No.
Neither of you have
I'll
ever
have to
heard of it?
research that.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, why don't you both research it and then.
No, tell us. Come on. you
when
can't
people,
leave us hanging.
When people reach their incompetency, they get promoted.
Uh-huh.
That's the Peter principle.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of people in management positions that are incompetent.
And they get put in management position, which is a totally different job than where they were competent.
Totally
Yeah.
different job. Sometimes they're put in the management position because they don't want to be fired or the company has loyalty to them, so they put them in. They think they can be a supervisor. You know?
But there might also be a challenge and an issue actually, in terms of older employees being in a company where they can grow effectively.
You're bringing up a lot of interesting. We're talking about
Yes.
people over 50 at the university.
You mean retraining?
Yes, retraining. Thank you.
Yes.
Or
So-
just being in a position where they can utilize whatever they've developed
But
and be happy.
how do you get retrained if you've been in the same jobs 10 years
Yes.
and you want to do something entirely different?
Right.
How are you going to get retrained? So you could probably go to night school, some academic institution. Is that in your best interest? I don't think so. Sitting in a classroom at night is going to get you retrained. Do you think so?
I don't think so. It's not enough, actually.
No, it's not. Thank you.
No.
So somehow you have to get practical experience,
Exactly.
right?
Yes, right.
So how do you do that when you have a 9-to-5 job or an 8-to-5 job? How do you do that? Not easy. That's why people get stuck, and that's why you have a lot of unhappiness. That's why people turn to drinking and drugs.
Right.
Because it's painful when you're in frustration and anxiety all the time. You must see this, Allie. Don't you
Oh,
see
yes.
this in
Yes,
your country?
yes, all the time.
Are drugs a big problem in Turkey?
No, not really. No, I can't say that.
What's
no.
the biggest
But
problem in
people
Turkey?
are
What do you
unhappy.
think the biggest problem is? Are people overweight in Turkey like they are in the United States?
Oh, not like here. We have better diet, so
Yeah, I know.
No.
The obesity is horrible. The obesity level and diabetes is growing. I mean, is diabetes big in Turkey?
Lately, it is
Growing?
Yes, growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Because more processed food.
So back to talking about jobs, talking about over 50. So young people, first of all, nobody under 45 listens to our show anyway. So
Okay.
there are no young people. You even shouldn't be on radio in your 30s.
Right.
Get out.
Should we leave?
No. Get out. All right. So talk to me about when you turn 50. In our first segment is working remotely. Here's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Our caller Clint said go to North Dakota. I said South Dakota. He said go to North Dakota. But you could go anywhere in the world. Why? So I am an American citizen. Why
Yes.
could I not work in Turkey remotely?
You can if you like.
What could I do?
Whatever you want. Radio show.
I think actually
We can do radio show together.
what's keeping wages low nationally is the American workers' stubbornness and also their financial situation. Like, they own a home, right? They have to pay mortgage payments. And the fact that they are constrained.
Are you saying wages are depressed?
Yes.
Okay,
for
I
sure.
agree.
Okay.
Do you know why?
Well, there are many reasons, but this is one.
Give me one.
This is one. The American worker is not as willing to move to another area, and this has been proven through many studies, and they're also anchored by their mortgage, their family, many different things. And so this
We tend to be provincial too. We tend to like our neighborhood. We tend to like where we live, and you're right. We
anything we're used to, anything the human being is used to, like, they don't want to move from that.
But it's expensive to move, and there's a lot of risk. And most people are not risk takers. That's the issue.
That's the issue.
And I train people all the time
Right.
to overcome their fears and to learn how to take risks. If you can't take a risk, how are you going to move to a better opportunity? How are you going to move from this job that you don't like or not well paid to something they don't?
No.
And that's where the frustration builds in.
It's an incredible opportunity. I mean, working remotely, you don't even have to move. You're just working.
Here's the other thing. People are looking for a job is considered to be public speaking. Allie, you're familiar that what do you think the number one fear is in the world?
Public speaking?
Yeah.
Good guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's even the fear of public speaking is worse than the fear of death.
Right.
Isn't
Yes.
that amazing? So if you have to go interview for a job, that's a fear that most people have because that is public speaking.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
That's why Aaron is still doing what he's doing, data research.
There should be a college just for public speaking. Bam.
Bam.
Done.
Done. Why don't we
It's
start
opening
one?
up in Turkey. I can't pronounce the name, but
No, you
Ali will help me. It's from the Ottoman Empire or something.
But we don't have public speaking here, so
They did a lot of public speaking back then in the times of the Ottoman
Allie's
Empire.
not
They-
afraid of public speaking.
They didn't
no,
have
I don't-
Xerox back
otherwise
then.
I wouldn't be here.
You know how I met her? So a couple, 3 weeks ago, we're at Starbucks with my club, right? My club
Yes,
meets
right.
every morning. And there's a seat open. We're a bunch of old guys that meet at Starbucks every morning. There's a seat between me and these other old guys. She just says, "Can I sit down?" And I'm looking at her, I'm going, wow, yeah, you could sit down. And it turns out she's Miss Turkey, so, yeah. Okay, back to...
That's some serious public speaking right there.
She's
Gotta
not
give you credit.
She's not afraid to do public speaking.
No.
Now, where are the good jobs? Where in the United States of America, if you're 50 or over, what would you consider a good job?
Well, I mean, you got to look at all the dynamics surrounding that job and the supply of people that can do that job. And what we're finding is that the more that it takes to actually conduct the job in terms of education and experience, the more you will be paid to do that job. So right now we see a lot of premium being spent by employers for like web developers, coders, database.
What's a coder, like a software guy?
Yeah.
The codes.
Right. Yeah, and they were getting paid so much, like over the last 12 years.
Can't we train robots to do that? Seriously. You don't think robots will be
Again,
coders in 10 years?
No, but this whole telemetry thing is pretty interesting because you can have a robot with like an interface that's essentially like the face of a worker, and they could virtually be in an office, like rolling around in a little Segway looking thing. And I think that might be where we're heading.
I think you need to do your homework.
Virtual reality
robots
headsets
will be
as well.
doing coding within 10 years. Our show brought to you by Lisa's Tax Service. If you have a problem doing your taxes, call Lisa's Tax Service. She's also certified or capable of representing you, Aaron, in front of the IRS. Not a lot of people can do that. Lisa can do that. Lisa's Tax Service. Also, our show brought to you by Pools by Bend. So if you have a swimming pool and you're not happy with your pool person, call
Yes.
Pools by Ben.
It's a perfect time.
Yeah, Jill will answer the phone and she'll schedule a technician to come out. They do a great job.
Got to use that pool.
Pools
That
by
pool's in the
Ben.
backyard.
No, I'm serious.
I mean,
Pools by
90
Ben.
degrees. You need to call Ben.
Harry's listening to the show. We have listeners all over the country listening to the show.
Harry
Manfredini.
Oh my goodness. Great show.
So if you're 50, wake up. If you're working for somebody, they're going to find a way to get rid of you.
I mean, this might be a failure by business, no? I mean, businesses need to learn.
Businesses are in the business of making a profit. Do you realize that? So if their perception is they can hire you because you're a youngin' for half what they're paying the 50-year-old, why wouldn't they do it if they thought you could do the same job?
Well, I mean, let's look at the value that a 50-year-old can bring to the table. Communication skills, ability to work with the team. They probably were parents, so they probably have some leadership and parental kind of skill sets developed. Relationships. You don't know that employee could have had for dinner Bill Gates the other night. You don't really know.
So you're talking about soft skills.
Yes, sir.
And when you look at soft skills in the real world, they're probably more important than almost anything else. But you have to be an employer that really understands.
Which is why I think we have a leadership gap.
I would agree. The show is called The Business Life. The station is KHTS AM 1220. You can listen on hometownstation.com. They have great shows all through the week. And I hope you like our show. We've been taking calls, and we're going to stop taking calls because now we're going to take a break, come right back, finish up the show with a subject that Aaron and Allie probably aren't going to want to discuss.
No.
Yeah, I'll tell you what it is when we'll be right back. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to The Business Life on KHTS AM 1220. I'm your host, Coach Ron Tunick. Go to CoachTunick.com. Aaron Moskowitz is my partner here on the show, and it's a job show. We talk about everything. We'll be talking about more stuff. We got a lot of exciting news coming up we'll share with you in a week or two. And our special visiting, she's a professor actually at a university in Turkey. Allie, welcome back, my dear.
Thank you.
So as long as you're visiting, you can come in every week, and you make things better when you're in the studio with us.
Thank you so much.
So life balance. This is life balance. This is the part that I think, and you said it before we started the show, that people my age don't get it, that you youngins, you want to work less, but you want to make more money. I don't get it.
Whoa. Wow. Life balance is about
you,
so much more than just
you want
number of hours
ping pong
work.
tables. What do you want at work? You want ping pong tables, a coffee bar, couches. What do you want to do? Just sit around and talk all day? When are you going to get the work done? Where's the work ethic in young people?
Well, I mean, let's look at the reasoning behind creating an atmosphere that has a solid work-life balance. It's about decreasing stress where you can so that the employee can produce more.
Good point.
Good point, Allie. You're fired. Back to Turkey. Look, here's the deal. There's more stress when you're not creating value. There's more stress when you're not creating value.
Do you have a hamster at home? When he continues to run on the wheel, I mean, is that any better for you?
Because that, if you're talking about, then that's an employer that is not. You talked about leadership. Yeah, if you have an employer that's making all of the employees run like little hamsters,
that's a micromanager.
Get out of that. Yeah. Get out of that employer. They don't get it.
No.
So employers that provide work environments and where people can work and feel there's value at the end of the day, where they can use their brains, and to me, making decisions on your own. Like, you're a professor in Turkey, so your bosses aren't telling you what to say in your classroom, are they?
No.
So you feel you have value, don't you?
Of course, I do.
And Aaron, I don't know what you do for a living, but do you have value in what you do?
I try to always offer value. Yes.
So when you're offering value and giving value, do you feel stressed? I don't think so.
No, but you try to isolate those variables so that They cannot affect your stress
Okay,
levels.
what's work-life balance? What do you want to get? You want to get to work at 11 and leave at 2? Is that work-life balance?
The reason why a lot of work-life balance initiatives were put in place is because people have families. So you're trying to alleviate the stress and pressure of being with your kids, picking up your kids from school, etc.
Well, I understand that. I don't want to be smart about it, but yeah, I get it.
I
mean,
believe a lot of that is behind
you also have a
health
situation
benefits.
where my generation, the divorce rate in your generation is over 50% in California. So when you have these broken families and you have to, who's picking up the kids, who's seeing the kids tonight, who has the kids, all of this plays into the work-life balance, really.
Actually, the millennial generation is
You're not even
more
getting married.
anti-marriage.
Yeah, you know.
They're having selfie marriages. Have you heard of this?
Why are you married?
I love my marriage. Why am I married? Because
Do you really love your wife?
Yes, very
You do?
much. And I have a wonderful family. And for the same reasons I believe that companies can succeed with more employees, I think families can succeed with more members. And I think larger families make us all closer to one another, more connected.
Cody, what did he just say? I don't know. Is he saying he wants to have 10 kids? Is that what is that
30.
what you're saying? Oh man, Aaron Moskowitz
All right.
and the coach here. We're trying to figure the work-life balance situation out here. So to me, we're almost done. Cody's saying can we pull this up? Can we do some research and talk about this next week?
Yes.
This is a big subject.
This is huge.
Not in Turkey, is it, Allie?
No, I guess not.
What's a big subject in Turkey? What's number
what
one
is
in
it?
Turkey? What Aaron wants to know. Everybody wants to know.
I'm very curious.
In general, you mean? Not
What is
just
the
Anything.
big
Yeah,
thing?
what is the big issue? Like for us.
I think political issues are the huge things those
Okay.
days. Yes.
Now, see, for us, it's the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Dodgers are in second. You know who the Dodgers
doing pretty
are?
good.
I know.
They're in second place.
LA baseball.
LA
team.
baseball.
Team.
Yeah. Yeah. Will you come back next week with that cute little accent?
Really?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah. Try it again. Yeah. Your English is getting better every week. Do you realize that? No.
I think I feel more comfortable and relaxed. That's why.
So next week I'm gonna do research on work-life balance because it's a big issue.
Yes.
Could be a big issue in the political arena, maybe, in our country.
I agree.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about next week? Retraining? What do you want to talk about?
Retraining, a lot of different things. Actually, I want to touch upon stuff we've never discussed before.
I want to talk about Cody's shirt. I don't know if you'd be able to see him.
That shirt
How
is
many
off
colors?
the chart.
Cody, how many?
Man,
he's got
I
like-
am not colorblind, people.
No. The show's
No
called
way.
The Business Life. The station is KHTS AM 1220. Great radio station in America. The owners give so much back to Southern California. Tell your friends about KHTS. A lot of interesting shows throughout the week. I mean, really good stuff on
Yes.
KHTS AM 1220. We'll continue to learn about employment, jobs, the whole thing. We'll continue to figure out what's going on in America when it comes to careers and work and all that stuff. Right, Aaron?
Yes, sir.
Do your research.
Got it.
I will too.
Okay.
All right. Bye.